Welcome back. Well, of course, we have our special broadcast tonight with Tsepiso Mokwetla, my colleague. She's at the Boksburg Correctional facility. Tonight's question is incarceration an effective way to deal with juvenile offenders? Let's listen to your voice notes and read your tweets. So that's the question we're looking at. Let's listen to your voice notes on this conversation.
Hello, my name is Maxwell Mashawara. It's very touching to see the youth of today, majority of them being in prison for various crimes. I believe the rehabilitation programs which is happening on various prisons is really helpful. So the only thing is up to them that they change themselves so that they can suit back in the community. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is Lucky. Yeah, from Potchefstroom. I think in this month of June 16, they should be jailed so that they must learn from their mistake and be rehabilitated. And when they are out from prison, they must come to ask forgiveness to those they did wrong. And ask forgiveness in the media, or even they don't meet the deceased or whatever, they should come and ask forgiveness. Somebody must learn in the hard way. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The incarceration of juveniles is to a greater extent not effective. In lieu of these vulnerable souls suffering the adverse effects of their ignorance and mistakes, it is ideal that they receive rehabilitations and being empowered with skills for the betterment of their life and others. So there's a myriad of factors that contribute to their delinquencies, and such needs to be taken into account when judging them.
Not at all. The state is to be blamed for their boredom. These people are bored. They must be in the army for at least 3 years learning skills so that they can live. Coming back from the army, they would know what they can be doing in this nation. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much indeed for those voice notes. We've got tweets as well on this conversation about how do you feel about the incarceration of juveniles, people under the age of 18 in our prisons, and does it rehabilitate them? Let's look at the tweets now and see what they say, see what you're saying about this. From Dr. Machaklela, you say, this is very heartbreaking to watch, mixed emotions, and thank you for the broadcast. Dr. Machaklela, thank you very much indeed. Walter Jones Nong, you say all the inmates are still young. They've been influenced by peer group stigma. That's your comment this night, Walter. Kamochelo, you say these are young people serving some heavy sentences. I swear I'm staying away from any criminal activity. Kamochelo, I'm sure you're not the only one. And then that tweet we've seen already. All right, I will continue with that. Let's go back now to the Boksburg Correctional Services. Tsepiso Mokwetla is standing by.
Good. Okay, let's do this. Thank you very much, Stephen. The special live broadcast coming to you from the East Rand of Gauteng, the Boksburg Correction Center. We were hoping to have the Minister of Corrections, Ronald Lamola, with us, including the Police Minister, Bheki Cele. Unfortunately, as you know, they were called to Parliament. A debate on the State of the Nation address continues. But of course, they have committed to look into these issues further with us at a later stage, and hopefully we'll do that during Mandela Month. So let me quickly reintroduce you to my guests here, the inmates at the Juvenile Center. Ben Terrence on my left, and they are in order: Tumelo Lokola, Liam Quinton, Patrick O'Neill, Kevin Marcus, Santos Kabelo Tobejane, and Dumisang Precious Mocholo, and Siabonga Jonas Ntuli is there at the bank. So in a minute, I'm going to ask each and every one of you, what have you learned in prison? What skills have you acquired? What are your passions? And what do you hope you can offer society when you go back?
I must say that I did my matric, and I'm doing theology now. I'm working towards a degree in theology, and I would love to, to be somebody who does mechanics. I'd like to know how to fix cars. I'd like to learn those things and become a mechanic.
Okay.
Yes.
Dumelo, for you, what have you learned here? What skills have you picked up? What passions, new or old, that you think you can take out to be a member of society?
I've learned that I'm a good soccer player.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
What position do you play?
I play attacking 6.
Okay.
Yes.
How good are you? Are you very good or
I'm
just?
very good.
Oh, you're
I'm
very...
the captain of the squad.
So besides soccer, what skills have you learned here?
So I haven't done any skill for now. I'm focusing on my studies. I'm doing my ABET level 3.
You're studying?
Yes, I'm doing my ABET level 3 for now. I'm focusing on my studies.
Speak a little bit up, Dumelo.
I'm doing my ABET level 3.
Okay, ABET level 3.
Yes.
Okay. Liam, what about you?
At the moment, I'm busy with my level 4. I want to fulfill my goal of becoming a neurosurgeon.
Yeah.
And the courses that I've done here.
Why a neurosurgeon?
A neurosurgeon. There was a sort of a story that had happened in my family in the past, that one of the people was born disabled, and that story touched me and gave me hope to become something. But as we all get obstacles in life, I went the other way. But now that I got the second chance to finish my education, I want to fulfill that dream and become a neurosurgeon. That's my goal, to become a neurosurgeon when I am done here.
All right. And what about you, Patrick?
At the present moment, I'm busy doing my grade 10, and I'm also doing my diploma in theology, and I'm also a leader at church, and I'm also taking part in crime awareness, where schools come and visit the center, and we would advise them and tell them not to join crime, about friends, the same things that we went through. So we encourage them not to do those things and stay away from bad company. Yeah, that's what.
Any other passion?
My passion that I really have, what I believe my calling is, it's out there for the youth, like to tell my story to the youth out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kevin, we know you've learned another 1 or 2 more languages here in prison. What other skills have you learned here?
The skills I have learned here, they take responsibility of myself. They care about another person. Love each other, you see.
Study?
They love each other, you see.
Do you want to study?
Yeah, I might start in Brazil, you see. Even
what are you studying?
In Brazil.
Oh, you're studying. You want to study in Brazil? Okay.
Yes,
all right. What were you studying in Brazil?
Administration.
Administration. Okay. Kabelo, what are your plans? What have you learned here that you want to take back into society?
Okay, what I've learned here, I never completed my matric, so I completed my matric while I was here. I'm doing theology, as Patrick have said. We're in the same class, and I was trained to be a facilitator for the peace education program. I'm a study leader, and I do the crime awareness programs with him also. So what I would want to do when I go outside is that now the youth, because now at schools, that's where most corruption and most influence emanates. I would like to go to schools, reach out to the youngsters and encourage them, try to bring a positive side of life, because now when...
All right. Dumisang, what are your plans for when you released back into society, and what lessons have you learned here, and what skills have you picked up?
I've learned that being under pressure and making decisions under pressure, it won't lead you to something good, no? And I would like to reach out to the other youth and tell them that my story, maybe it might change their lives, or they might see life in another perspective. So I would like them to learn from my mistake, not from their mistakes, but my mistakes. I was studying. I was in grade 12, so now I would like to open my business, to start up my business when I get there.
What business is that?
No, actually I'm sewing boxes and making them frames.
Okay.
And Bible covers. So I would like maybe out there try to.
Okay. Siabonga, you're the last one. What have you learned here? What skills have you picked up, and what do you think you can offer society?
What I've learned in prison, first of all, is how to deal with my anger, because like you encounter certain situations that still trigger what you had outside growing up or dealing with that led you here. So I learned how to deal with anger. I learned how to live with people. I was very isolated when I had to talk about my problems and stuff. And through like sessions with the psychologist and speaking to certain individuals like the officials, they taught me how to stand for myself and how to be a man of my word, how to take responsibility for what I've done, you understand? So from there, I received comfort, and I learned how to be a man, a responsible man. And actually, I had a love for music from outside growing up. So
Playing or singing?
Singing, rapping actually.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a poet, and I try to actually portray my message through words and stuff. And I'm a good reader, so I like to read and actually keep my mind busy. And like what I would like to do outside, I would like to focus on fitness and how to actually take the youth out of crime and stuff. Yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for talking to me, sharing your experiences with me. You be the judge at home whether or not, according to our question, this is an apt place for young offenders in order for them to be rehabilitated. They say they've been judged, and it's time now for them to live up to their word of saying they're going to become better people. How are we as society going to make it a more humane and welcoming environment so that we prevent recidivism, that the advice that they've given to you, young men and women, parents, what are you going to do about it to ensure that your loved ones don't end up here? This has been a special live broadcast from the Boksburg Correctional Center in the East Rand of Gauteng, and we've been speaking to 6 inmates or offenders interchangeable. They say the devil is in the details, so it's all about the wording. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's take you back to Stephen.